And we'll go through with the minutes from February 10th. And I was not here, so I will let someone else make a motion, or if anyone has an issue, bring it up.
I'll make a
I have a small issue.
Oh,
Okay. Mhm.
It's just a small one. In the other business, it says Ms. Pleasance moved to approve. I think it probably should say move to
Table.
table.
Thank you for catching that.
No problem.
Also, I'm an alternative.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So we can elevate you to voting status.
Yeah, I think you need to do that.
Thank you. So I'm gonna elevate Nick to voting status.
Yeah.
Do I have to, I don't have to get that approved by everyone, right? You can do
Just-
it, okay. Yeah, all right. So anything else with the minutes? All right, I will make a motion to approve the minutes from February 10th.
I'll second that.
Okay, everyone in favor?
I
Okay, so we can pass those. And then we have our first, we don't have any old business, and we have one applicant today. So I see Anthony Palumbo is here, and I will let you take the floor.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
So I apologize, my internet's out at my house. I'm on my phone right now, so I can't share my screen. But
I can share mine if you'd like.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Which one do you want? The sign location? Is that?
Sure. We
Okay.
can start there.
Okay.
So there's currently a sign frame on the property. There's no sign in that frame. It's rather old. If you look at this map, you can see at the bottom, handwritten, right under the house, where the new sign will go.
Mhm.
It'll offset it further back than the existing sign, so it'll become conforming. Right now, the existing sign frame is a few feet from the sidewalk. So I think when the new sidewalk goes in, hopefully soon, we hope, it'll be right on the sign. So the sign will be offset further back. And then the sign, if you want to switch to the other attachment,
Okay. Hold on. Can you see that, or do I have to stop sharing? That shows the sign.
yes, I can see that. Thank you.
Okay, sometimes I just have to stop sharing in order to get it to go to a new picture, but all right.
So this sign is going to look similar to the one on the left that was existing, albeit it'll be wider. So I'm working with G of G Signs, and I kind of gave him some liberty on what he thought would look best, and he thought this would look best. You'll see there's a blank signage area at the lower part of the signage posts, and the idea is if I want to ever have another professional working in the office building as well on the first floor, that they'd have signage. I plan on using this building as my law office, but I'm a one-man band, so I don't need the whole first floor.
Okay. And I think that's it for sign, right?
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
Is the 26, the round oval shaped 26, is that hanging from it, or is that
That's hanging.
hanging?
Okay.
And I may omit that. I mean, I don't think it goes with the square sign, but I haven't thought of a better alternative. Maybe I'll come back later on to put 26 on the post or something. A little less, I don't know, everything else is square and uniform, and I guess 26 is centered, but the the rectangle shapes and this, elongated circle of the 26th, I don't think it's ideal, but I left it up to G to design, and that's what he came up with.
Mhm.
So,
Okay. Are you planning to light this in any way?
no.
Okay.
The existing sign does have lighting, but I'm gonna omit that. I don't want lighting.
Okay. Anyone else can everyone see this okay? I'm sure you've seen it on your own computers, but.
Is the handwriting Churchill, the sign that's in Sharon or was in Sharon, is is it the same height, 76 inches?
Yes.
Mhm.
But you're gonna break yours up into two panels, right? Because I
Correct.
don't see two panels on that one.
No, this was just an existing example,
Yeah.
more so
Mhm.
for the top of the post to show the trim up top and the
Mhm.
color I'm using. I mean, I know you don't regulate color, but I want to give you a flavor, the whole picture. So this is primarily for the height and the trim up top, so you could see it. And you may have passed by it already. Um, it's just that the inner sign is going to be slightly different. It's going to have the same picture frame trim on the inside, surrounding each rectangle. Um, so
Okay. And the bottom panel, you're gonna include it even when it's blank?
no,
Or you're just gonna add it if you get somebody?
I'll probably add it if I get somebody.
Okay.
But again, I want to give you the whole picture so you don't, you can see what I guess the end result would be.
Nick, Jonathan, anything?
Not
No,
really.
it looks good to me.
Yeah.
Okay. It's Jonathan. I don't see him. Yeah, there you are. Okay. Well, I would make a motion to approve.
Do you want to finish? The
Sure.
application includes
Do the
two
whole-
things. Yeah,
The two things?
yeah,
Okay.
so there's a chimney as well, so,
Okay. Yeah, I figured we could just do the sign and then get to the chimney, but we can do that.
Okay, so at the last meeting, I thank the board for approving a majority of my application. But they asked me to come back during this meeting to discuss the chimney on the right of the building, if you're facing it from the street. That one had a little more detail than the one on the left. So the one on the left was approved to be removed, and now I'm asking the board to approve the one on the right. I attached, you could see the layout of the existing room. It is taking up a wall that would be used. It's a good usable wall for a bed. Given the windows are rather large on either side on the exterior walls. The lower picture shows the existing chimney. They painted it purple. Um, and that's the room right there. You can see the size of the room. So it does really cut into the usability of the room. And as I mentioned last time, I'm gonna heat the property with propane, so I'm not gonna use the chimney. Plus it needs to be repointed up top and worked onto it. There is no fireplace on it, it's just basically where old furnace was.
Okay.
Then further down, I categorized the buildings in town so for instance, this building had a chimney recently. This is Tobin's Garage, the building in front of it. And I believe work was done last year. And that chimney, which had similar architectural style, was allowed to be removed. Um, and then I went further on to categorize all the buildings in town that don't have chimneys or have non-visible chimneys or non-masonry chimneys. So that's the building directly across the street. While it does have a chimney, it's not masonry. So it blends in more with the building. It's not, I would say, a architectural feature. This is another recent building.
So I guess since I wasn't here last week, does anyone else want to, or Ty, can you fill me in to what, I mean, I read the minutes, but I know it was tabled.
Yeah, I think that the board just felt that the second chimney, was more original, I guess, with the house. I don't know if it was original, but there was two chimneys. One of them they didn't have a problem with removing. The other one they thought, it suited the house, I guess, or the building. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know really the reasoning. I think they just felt that, it was in keeping with the village center. That's
Mhm.
your charge. So,
This is another chimney
but
that was recently removed.
but the board did, Anthony's correct that the board did say, if Anthony came back with, better, maybe more information or a better presentation as to why it should be removed, then they would, reconsider it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were asking for a floor plan to see what kind of impact,
Mhm.
see if there was an impact on the interior, which I think you've shown.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, my take is I don't love removing chimneys, but I also, because they do add a little charm to the house. But being an interior chimney, I don't think it's as, impactful design wise on the house. The one thing I would mention though is if you're going to remove it, chimney swifts live in these chimneys sometimes, and especially if it hasn't been capped and they're protected, so you can't do it while they have babies in there.
Okay.
Just FYI that yeah, they are a protected species. And that's kind of one of the reasons I like to leave chimneys too. They can fall down into like your fireplace and stuff, but it is nice to keep those for the chimney swifts because they're losing all kinds of habitat and they live in chimneys. But as far as design, I don't really object to it. And I can see the reason why you do want to remove it.
And I do think it's with keeping with the village center design wise, given, a lot of chimneys have been removed and, you know, the other architectural features are still, highlighted and coherent with everyone else in the village center. I would like to keep it too. It's just practically it would really limits the space in that room, and I'm not using it, so the heat loss and the actual flashing and the leak point. It is
Yeah.
an older house, so I do have to consider how I'm going to insulate it, given the ceiling rafters, are 5 inches true diameter. So I have the spray foam, and if I have the spray foam, then if it leaks, it's going to be a nightmare later on. So I think, considering everything, it's more of a detriment to the property than a benefit. And I'm a little confused too. It's interesting because the other chimney that was removed had a fireplace, and it had a simple design up top. But this chimney is I guess a little more elaborate, and there is no fireplace. So I'm always wondering if I don't. You would think it was an original chimney. In my mind, it would have a fireplace, but I may be mistaken on that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Um,
I have no problem with the removal of the chimney. I think the benefits to the building will outweigh keeping it. Like you said, it's really impeding the thermal envelope of the structure to keep it. And you're improving this property so much it's going to be elevated now, I mean, compared to its current state. So I'm not objecting to it.
Yeah, that's what I was actually just gonna say. I mean, considering you're gonna be fixing up this building, I think it's fantastic because it's been there for a
Thank you.
while. So
You know, that's a
Um,
common sentiment.
yeah, I think everyone's excited to see that.
Yes.
Okay, anyone else want to weigh in, or do we want to make a motion?
Well, I brought up the chimney, so I'm gonna say something. I think it's probably okay to remove it. I mean, I
Mhm.
appreciate seeing the floor plan and seeing the impact. I'm glad, we were able to just carry that a little bit further. I do agree that reusing finding a new use for the building is exceptional. It's a great thing to do. So I'm letting go of the chimney.
Thank you.
All right, then I will make a motion to approve both the signage and the removal of the chimney.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Yep.
All right, it is unanimous.
Thank you.
I think that's all you need today, right?
Yes, I appreciate
right.
your time. Thank you.
All right, thank
Good
you.
luck.
Yep, good luck.
Thank you.
Sorry, my dog is barking in the background. All right, and so now we have election of officers. Part I've been waiting to get to. Who wants to chair?
So just as a reminder, Joanne is the chair now and Jessica is the vice chair.
Wow, so it'll be really hard to choose from everyone who's clamoring to do it. All right. Jonathan, did you have, I know you had expressed some interest. I don't mean to put you on the spot here, but I do know that you expressed interest.
Well, it wasn't so much that I expressed interest as I have had past experience doing it.
Mhm.
My main hesitation would be I'm not up to speed on the technology of doing what you just did. Sharing your
Yeah.
screen and stuff like that, so someone would have to educate me on that.
Okay. I mean, and if I'm at the meeting, I could do it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to share it.
Oh,
Someone,
okay, I understand.
can share it. So
Well, I'm not aspiring, but it looked like I'm next in line, so.
I feel
Sure.
like you'd be really good at it, especially since you have the experience. So, do we have to wait for Jessica and Victor though? I feel like
You don't have to. I think you have enough members to do the election, but you can table it if you want to wait until, especially if
I feel like
if you want to make
Jessica.
sure Jessica's here and she's okay with continuing on together.
Yeah, I mean, I know she's really busy with kids and stuff, but yeah, I would hate to like do it behind her
Yeah,
back.
I don't think.
So-
I mean, I think you're fine.
Okay,
You guys are moving along fine, so we can just table it another month until the
okay,
next.
yeah, let's do that. Let's table it until April. And hopefully we'll have full house.
Do you want to make that motion? If somebody.
Oh, I'll make a motion to table the election of officers. See, this is why you'd be good at this, Jonathan. Yeah, go ahead, Nick.
I
Oh,
was just seconding.
I was second. I didn't hear you. Okay,
Right.
all in favor?
Um,
Aye. All right, and I guess that's it for tonight. So, anyway, good to see everyone. Do we need another alternate, or do we always have just one alternate?
Let me see. You have two
Jeff.
alternates. Jeff Morgan. He doesn't
Oh.
make it to many meetings.
Okay.
But he
Yeah.
is an
He's
alternate.
still- Okay. Okay, I wasn't sure. if that, because yeah, I hadn't seen him for a long time, so I kind of thought maybe he wasn't doing it anymore.
Yeah, I think he was just in the middle of a couple things. Every once in a while, he touches base with the office. I think he was working through some personal matters and stuff.
Okay, all
So,
right,
you know,
that sounds fun.
I think he's on the Historic District Commission, so it's kind of nice that he's on the ARB too.
Mhm. Yeah,
Um,
okay.
did you guys
Um,
make a motion to adjourn?
I will make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Everyone. Okay, everyone in favor? Aye. We're adjourning at 5:51.
Good.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Good night.
All right. Bye.
Bye.